Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a story of absolute terror at Bondi Beach, but also the incredible courage of one man who ran toward the danger when every instinct tells you to run away. It's a story that really makes you ask, what does it actually mean to be a hero? So, let's set the scene. Picture a beautiful, peaceful evening at Sydney's famous Bondi Beach. The sun's going down, families are out, and there's this warm glow from the Hanukkah candles of a community celebration. Just a perfect night filled with laughter and joy. But in an instant, all of that peace, that sense of community, it was about to be completely shattered by an act of violence so horrific, nobody could have ever seen it coming. And just like that, the calm erupts into total chaos. Gunshots start ringing out in Archer Park, which is right there next to the beach. That beautiful celebration, it instantly turned into a scene of absolute terror. In just a matter of minutes, the human cost of this attack became devastatingly clear. 16 people, including a 10-year-old girl and a rabbi, their lives were tragically cut short. And it didn't stop there. Over 40 other people were injured, many of them seriously. First responders were just racing into the scene of utter chaos and panic. Let's be really clear here, this was not some random act. Investigators very quickly confirmed what many feared. This was a targeted terrorist attack, and it was fueled by anti-Semitic hatred. So who was behind this? It turns out it was a father and son, 50-year-old Sajid Akram and his 24-year-old son, Naveed. They had planned this, a coordinated assault on a peaceful community celebration. Okay, so this is where the story pivots, because in that moment, when every single instinct in your body is screaming at you to run for your life, one man made a choice that defied all of it, a choice that would change everything. This right here is the crucial moment. Just try to imagine it, pure chaos, bullets flying, people scattering in every direction. But one man, he makes a starkly different choice. He ran towards the danger. And he didn't even hesitate. He just ran directly at one of the gunmen and tackled him to the ground. He then starts wrestling for the rifle, a desperate struggle that completely disrupted the assault and forced the attacker to fall back. And get this, in the middle of all that, he gets shot twice. Once in the leg, once in the shoulder. But did he stop? No way! He kept fighting, putting his own life on the line for complete strangers.
So you've got to be asking, right? Who was this man? Who is the person that, with no special training, does something like this?
And honestly, the answer is maybe the most remarkable part of this entire story. Because it wasn't a soldier or a police officer or anyone you might expect in that situation. His name is Ahmed al-Ahmed. He's a fruit shop owner, a refugee, a father. Just an ordinary man who found himself in the middle of an extraordinary and terrible situation. And his background makes his actions even more profound. Ahmed came to Australia from Syria, seeking safety for his family. He fled violence, only to be confronted by it all over again in his new home. But this time, instead of running from it, he ran towards it to protect others. So let's talk about the aftermath. In the days that followed, the entire city was just reeling, trying to process the loss and the deep trauma of what had just happened. The immediate danger was over, sure. Sajid Akram was killed by police at the scene, and his son Naveed was caught. But even with them stopped, you could just feel this deep sense of fear hanging over the community. The scars were just beginning to form. And pretty quickly, you started to hear from everyone. Political leaders, community figures, all of them holding up Ahmed's actions as this powerful symbol of unity, a testament to a shared humanity that rises above all the hatred. His story really did become a light in all that darkness. Yes, the community was mourning, but Ahmed's selfless act offered a powerful counter-narrative. It was a story of courage, not hate, of sacrifice, not senseless violence. A story like this forces us to ask a much bigger question. What is at the absolute core of an act like this? What is the anatomy of courage? Ultimately, what this explainer really shows us is that courage isn't about the absence of fear. It's about acting in spite of it. Ahmed al-Ahmed wasn't a superhero. He was an ordinary person who, in a single, terrifying moment, made the most courageous choice imaginable. And that leaves us all with a pretty confronting question, doesn't it? What would you have done?
I mean, there's no easy answer, but Ahmed's story, it forces us to look inward and reflect on our own capacity for bravery. And maybe, just maybe, the hero that might be living inside every single one of us.